And we're live.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, listeners. We are live. This is going to be episode 5, I believe. Yes.
Yes, episode
Okay.
5.
All right. Welcome to the Don't
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 Cancel Us
cancel us
cancel us
podcast. We're gonna
podcast.
get it. We're gonna get it. And if you're
eventually.
listening, do it with us, and you're gonna get it too.
Eventually, for sure. Okay. So, I always like to ask, how are y'all doing? How's your day? Oh, someone's having a someone's someone's having a great day. I'm not gonna say it's a mimosa. But hello, welcome to the chat. Fourth member.
The mimosa cup.
I'm having a great day, as you can see. It was a lot coming from, if anyone caught our Patreon episode, we were in the beautiful island of Jamaica, and
Boop,
now
boop,
we
boop,
are
boop, boop.
back in the ghetto. And so I'm
Respectfully.
cold and I'm cranky, but I'm trying to push through it. But yeah, I'm hanging in there. I had a really good time though. After my flight, I went to see my chiropractor,
Oh
got
yeah.
my whole body together. He even unjammed my ankle. For the listener or the viewer,
Oh.
I had a foot injury about 2 years ago now. Thought I was fine, whatever. I was feeling pain in it, but I just thought it was like, I had an injury. I'm always going to feel pain. You know, like when our grandmothers or our mothers are like, oh, it's raining, my knees, I got
Right.
Mhm.
arthritis.
Mhm.
It
So I was
was
like,
raining all
it
day.
was raining. And I was like, maybe it's just going to be one of these things that I live with now. But after yesterday's visit, I feel like I have a whole new body. I feel like I got my body done. It felt great. Came
Wow.
home, did a nice little yoni steam, had a hot bath,
Ooh.
woke up, did my full, beautiful morning routine. I've just been really getting grounded into the space. I feel really
I
good.
do you know
How,
what it is? I think it's the skin routine at the beach because
you know,
the skin is glowing
I tried
right
to tell these
now.
girls about the
I
exfoliation.
literally was washing my face right before this, of course, and thought Yasmin's going to talk about her skin. And so be prepared for your skin to look just as close.
Yes, we had us a time. We had us a time. How are y'all doing?
My costume today is a white robe with a gold chain because babes, I woke up very relaxed.
Qua Hefner.
After relax, buddy. I woke up very relaxed and just in a great mood, happy, and
Okay.
so many things could have so many great things happened in Jamaica, and as last minute as that trip was from
Mm-hmm.
getting there, the preparation to getting there to returning, everything just was like it was meant to happen.
I think
So
so.
this is my outfit to represent that. It's just like I'm just so relaxed and nothing could go wrong, and but still cute, you know.
I
I
Still
would
love
have
cute.
never
that.
thought it was a robe. I thought it was just like a high collar shirt.
Oh no, it's
If
definitely a
you're
robe.
not looking at what she has on, if you're just like listening, Rachel has a full on quality, and if you caught that, you caught that robe
Ah,
on, and it's the collar is given Hugh Hefner, but it's not silk
Mm-hmm.
though. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like you stole it from a hotel, but we're not gonna get there. And then she
no,
has this
my grandma
chunky
actually.
gold chain on. This gold
Mm-hmm.
chain is the moment. She
You would have
ain't no
never known.
diva.
She.
I hate y'all. I hate y'all. But we can't go over today. So, Shari, please share how you're doing, and then let's get into
Oh, um, so I don't want to bring the mood down, but like whenever you guys get a chance to watch this as a listener, I don't know. I feel like the war of like Palestine and Israel and me being a social worker and receiving so many things on my feed and even in my emails from school, I'm like, dang, there is so much going on in the world geographically, politically, spiritually, religion, and I'm
it.
just like, I held my daughter this morning. I'm like, wow, folks are like losing their kids like right in front of their eyes, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just really hard to take in. So if you are watching this and hopefully by this time things have gotten better in that area. But if they didn't, I highly advise you to like screen your child's social media because it's a lot. And I would hate for like my nephew to see those things and not know how to internalize really what's going on. Because even as an adult, I'm like, what's happening here? Why is there so many graphic images and so much false information or just information
Mm-hmm.
that's just getting like cross contaminated? And then where do I stand and how do I help? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, that's the social worker in me. Just excited to get to class today, just to unpack that.
Okay, it's nice that you have a place to be able to unpack it because like
Mm-hmm.
we talked about it briefly yesterday, but last night while I was getting ready for bed, I was like trying to abreast myself to the situation and just kind of feel like I know what the hell's going on. But babes, I started looking and saw people put things on their stories, but the night took me. It took
Mm-hmm.
me, and so I've always known there's issues with, well, issues, air quotes, around the Israeli, and like I know that Israel and all the countries around it, there's always some level of conflict. So I was like, let me take some time to do it, and I will continue to do more of that today because
Mm-hmm. I'll send you
yesterday was
a
a
few
short
things.
night for me.
I sent you a few things, and there's one girl specifically, and Yasmin, I think you're correct me if you know her exact Instagram, but she's one of the girls who like kind of like make it very brief and very concise, and almost uses like layman's terms, so even like the home girl can understand. Her tagline is, "I'm gonna keep it black and brief," and she'd be like, "Okay, so boom." I think her name is at I'm
I
that
don't know how
legal
to.
girl.
I don't
I'm
know
that.
how to pronounce it.
Anyways,
It's
I'll
Lene Vinay, Lynaevvanee.
Okay. And I think her
I
at
hope.
is like that legally hyped or something like that. I will add some corrections in our comments
Mm-hmm.
with her tag in it. But if you're interested in learning just something more comprehensive, never fact check her, so don't cancel me. But I didn't fact check her, but she kind of
Mm.
makes it like a spoonful for you to digest.
I am legally hype is her handle.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Those are two different people doing the same, similar types of content.
Okay.
Brief news.
Mhm.
Brief and layman and like girls talking as opposed to news to me.
Yeah.
Right, right. And
Okay.
fact check them for sure.
Fact check them and also screen your own Instagram. Like, you don't have to see it to know what's going on. You can
Right,
educate
exactly.
yourself in other ways, listen to NPR or whatever means. But sometimes those visuals can stay with you. So be
Mhm.
careful.
For
Exactly.
sure. For sure. For sure. So I just felt like I was supposed to say this just to like make it juicy. But to cap off um our Jamaica trip and return, I would like to say what happens in Jamaica stays in Jamaica. Uh,
Ooh.
I just felt
Or
like I had to
it
say
lives on
that and I
Patreon.
Okay,
Or it lives
okay.
on Patreon. Or it lives on Patreon.
Okay.
So, with that being said, we talked a little bit about this in Jamaica, but something that I wanted to bring up was how do we feel? Okay, scenario. Okay, the
Okay, so
scenario
boom.
is you are now dating a new You've met someone, y'all are dating, y'all are maybe a month or two in, so like it's getting serious. You're not talking to other people, they're not talking to other people, as far as you know. Now, you're getting to know each other, and something he or she shares with you, is that like he shares a box that he keeps with him. No matter where he goes, no matter where he moves to, this is something he always carries with him, and it's a box of things from his past relationships.
What?
Okay, so we have, it could be photos, it could be maybe a necklace, a picture of a necklace that she wanted and or he or she wanted and sent him. Just little memorabilia that are being kept to kind of encompass and memorialize the relationships that has happened in the past. How would you, on the receiving end, new chick coming in, new man coming in, How would you handle that? Does everybody understand the question?
I would
I
handle
think
it. I would
I
handle
Does
it
everyone
understand.
like
understand the
this.
question?
I
I understand the
understand.
question.
I understand the
Okay.
question. Wait. I know it's hypothetical, but just for clarity, this box. When you say he keeps it everywhere, you mean like at his house, right? Like he's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
carrying. Okay. It's
Not
like
carrying it
that.
around. No, it's
Okay,
at
okay.
his
I needed
house.
that clarity because I'm like, is it his phone? Is this like a
Do
trick question?
I have another clarifying question? Do I know what the box means, or is it? Do I just think of it as like a box of like random keepsakes, or do I know specifically this stuff belonged to
He or
all
she has
exes?
sat with you and gone through the box with you.
What? So this
I love how quickly she wraps up conversations. I'm single.
I'm in Ghana already.
It's her gone out the screen. Whoop.
That
And out. Yeah, 100%. I like to move forward. Okay, that's in the Bible. You turn into a pillar of salt if you look back. I don't go back. I don't date back. I don't have no connection to nothing back here. Nothing. Nobody. No one. Now I understand keeping a couple things. Again, if we still have something in common, like we have a child together or a business together or something where it makes sense for me to hold on to certain things. But like your medical bracelet from the time that you was no, I don't no. Your movie theater tickets from the first movie, absolutely not. No.
but
What?
also Yasmin, like if people know you, they know that you're just not a person who keeps those things in general. Like, and
That too.
especially this new phase that I don't even know if it's new, but especially the phase that you're going through of just like getting rid of things. Like,
Exactly.
I
Less
think
weight.
like that less weight, right? So
Why are
keeping the
you
movie
hoarding it?
theater ticket and all
Yeah.
that stuff, that is in.
You're hoarding things and you're hoarding your feelings is how I see it. What about y'all? What about y'all?
Ooh, she's off the screen. She's gone. She's in the
I'm
back.
back. I'm back. I'm back.
Um, the therapist in me will send a referral, and I'm gonna say, babes,
You need
hey,
to unpack this.
hey, this is unethical right now. I can't help you, but I'm gonna be like Yasmin and going back to Ghana. But I'm gonna send you some referrals because there is some. I think there's some sort of attachment there that maybe it's unhealthy. I'm just adding my details of what it looks like to sit down with somebody that you're newly interested in and then unpacking past. And maybe those are happy memories for you, but we're 3 months in, you said? It's not like I
Okay,
accidentally.
for example, if it's 3 months, 6 months, y'all are close now, y'all are together.
Mm-mm.
Does the time change
I get
much?
the memory box. I get the memory box. But for
You
you
get it.
I get a general memory
I
box
get the
of
memory
just
box.
like totally get that. But you playing
We
in my
want to have
face.
story
You
time
playing in my
around a red
face.
table talk.
I don't do stuff like that.
Mm.
I don't
Okay,
do stuff
so
like
let me
that.
pivot the question just a little bit and make it a bit more specific. What if it's just pictures of exes that they have together?
It's
So I
giving that
That's
that Jordan
worse.
Peele movie. What
It's
is
giving
it?
worse.
Get Out?
Serial killers do stuff like this. They keep the memento from all their victims. That's crazy behavior, in my opinion. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm not doing that. But I did not break up with somebody, but we are broken up now, obviously, because they have a folder on their phone with pictures
Oh,
of all their
I
past
can
previous
attest to that.
relationships. I said, baby, if you don't put these on the Google Drive, we fighting outside right now. Like,
right.
let's go. You can have your stuff, but when you start to play in my face, then it gets aggressive. I get aggressive.
So would you guys like keep old notes from your exes or like keep like the old photos?
Photos,
So
yes.
notes. I'm talking like
No.
maybe high school notes or maybe like
Okay,
a
I'm lying.
card.
Okay, come
Uh,
I'm
back.
lying. I'm lying because I just remember that I have old journals from exes, but I have no problem, and I'm in the process of releasing those things anyway. But in my head, I'm like gonna write a book one day, and I need all the
and the
information. Like,
details.
yeah, we can't
But
forget
if
this.
You need the text. You need
if
the
your
text.
partner feels a way about it, you're tossing it out.
Absolutely, I don't even have to read it one more time. I'm happy to just let it go. Tell
Oh,
us.
where's the part? What part is the problem?
I mean to y'all. So, for the listener, viewer, etc., I'm friends with most of my exes, and
Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer of like most. I've never fallen out with any of them in any bad way. As a hand raised.
I have a question. So I know you say you're friends with your exes, but I'm curious to know, would you date someone who had you as a friend, like an
That's what
ex
I
as
was
a
trying to
friend?
explain to her at dinner or
So
wherever we
you
were
would
at.
date somebody who had another you in their life?
Rachel, you are such a you that it's a
Wow.
threat.
100%. And if the
Brave soul.
trust is
I
there,
don't know.
if the trust is there, I've dealt with, or yeah, I've been challenged with such situations where um there's been like someone else, and I've been like trying to make sure, like, as long as there hasn't there, yeah, I've been trying to make sure, and yeah.
What did you just say?
Brave
Okay,
soul.
what I'm saying is this has happened already, so it's not really a hypothetical in my situation. It's happened to me before,
How did
and
you respond to it?
if I can remember correctly, the first time I learned of it, I at the time didn't know this person was a friend, but they never dated, but they had slept together.
Okay.
Mm.
And they're
And
still cool.
I was like, and once I caught wind of it, I was like, I don't really like this person because they laughing in my face, but there's this other thing that's going on or that has happened between y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but at the time, the person I was with let me know, like, promise it's not anything. And like, I respected the fact that he told me. I wasn't friends with the girl. I never was. But I knew that she was friends with the boys. And I don't know if she was with all the boys, but I got to a place where she didn't bother me anymore because I trusted my man at the time. And I was like, girl, I ain't tripping over you. You ain't nobody. And so I
How long
never,
did
like,
that
if she was
take?
around, she was around, and I didn't care.
How long did that take?
For me to get there,
Yeah.
I think I may have been mad like maybe a week at most. I
Okay.
think it was like I can remember like 1 or 2 days of me just trying to have an understanding, like, wait, what? Wait,
Hmm.
what? Like me having that moment. And then after I was just like, I was over it. Was over it. Because one, sometimes you get challenged with the idea of one, the man being like, well, I'm not gonna stop talking to them. So like they're my
Mm-hmm.
friends, you know? So that,
Yeah.
and it didn't get to that, but he he understood immediately what the situation was. He
Mm.
understood. I keep I won't say a lot of memories. I will say I am a hoarder. So I've been learning a lot from Yasmin and trying to let go. I mean, I keep clothes for my nieces, for my potential kids. Like
For
I'm that person.
me. Yeah.
And but like if it doesn't fit no more and I'm like it's not a vintage piece or whatever or a staple, I'm starting to let those things go.
Oh,
But
that's
I
good.
but I but yeah, I do have memories. I do
So
have
how,
memories.
so to answer your relationship question about like the keepsakes and the
Mhm.
box, like if you would you sit down with
No,
some
no,
oh,
I would
okay.
not. I would not. And for full transparency, with the moment I experienced this, right? The moment it happened, the moment it was happening, I was just like, wow, I appreciate this person sharing something that is important and meant a lot to them. It was me trying to level out the two things of, wow, they're sharing something really important to them to me. So I'm
Right.
capturing that part of it. But then I'm like, should they be sharing this with me? I was
I
going through
mean,
that in my head. Just like,
so
okay.
what part made you the most upset? That they had the keepsakes or that they were sharing it with you?
I didn't get upset about it. I was just
She
going.
was cool.
I never got upset about that moment. This is a different situation.
Right. No, but I'm going back to the question of the episode was like if if you're faced with a scenario where you have to go through like a
How would you
keepsake,
feel about it?
yeah,
Right,
are you
right.
cool? You're cool with it.
I was cool with it because I what I took from it was that he was sharing something that was important to him. That's what I
Okay.
took from it,
So
and I was
what was
Hmm.
he sharing really? Like photos, notes?
photos. I think notes. He shared an engagement ring that she ripped out
Oh,
of
so
a.
wait, is this one ex or is it multiple? Like, is he like, so is he collecting
The
like
question, Shari, that you be asking,
no,
it
it's
be given
not.
Patreon only. It be given Patreon only.
No, I'm saying in the box because if he's collecting, if he has like a memorabilia box and he's like, this is like my movie ticket, this is my ex, like, is it just a relationship box of one person or is this his
Oh,
memorabilia box of just multiple things that he has in this box and his ex's stuff is in there?
I believe it was it was life events.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
It was
that's
okay.
life
weird to
events.
That's
me.
So
that's
it was
not
more than one person, but one person was filled mostly in it because that person was in
took up
his
a chunk
life for
of their
10 years.
life. Exactly.
Yes, but it's mainly life events. So like, oh, someone dies kind of thing. But
In the box, the memory should die too. It
it
should
was
all
like this
go.
big.
Okay,
But yeah.
Mm.
okay.
But I say that I have an issue because I'm like, I keep memories. Like I won't keep 100 photos, but I'll keep one photo.
Yeah.
If I just so happen to have it printed, then I'll keep one of the photos. With certain exes, like I'll go through a phase of getting rid of their things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so
That
I,
can take
I
a long time.
it and it did, and it
Yeah.
did. But then I had a moment where I was like, I I'm officially done. Not
Yeah.
upset, but like, nigga, we through.
Complete. We're
Nigga, we
complete.
through. Yeah. And I literally was like, and I knew exactly where this item was. It was folded, tucked away. I never wore it. It was just something that he gave me, and I was like, throw it in
Yeah.
the
He
Ghana box.
Yeah.
all that movement that
Done.
you did is hilarious.
Yeah, it was me
Sign
folding and
language.
Yeah.
balling it, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Officially, don't need this. And I literally pulled all these things because I think I was like, I don't even care for your memory anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
Yeah.
it's a part of the breakup. It's like a let's, everything's coming to a close. I have
Right.
nothing physically to remind me of you. Anytime you come up, that's on me and my therapist at this point. Then, if I still have something to like trigger a memory, which it's gonna happen because if you were a part of my life, certain smells are gonna remind me of you. Music, songs, places that we went to together, traveling, all
So
that stuff.
so let
I
me
don't
see.
need a physical memento to be like, I remember this relationship. It's in the brain.
What so do you think I don't know if you guys seen Jada Pinkett's Essence
Oh,
spread or
girl.
whatever. And
That's how I
uh,
feel about it.
she basically like did a little interview and she was saying like her and Will basically kept up this facade that they were in a relationship together although they were like I don't know if it was legally divorced but they had a
Separate.
communication that they were separate. Would you just to bring it back to just normal people, would you like keep up that facade and keep the Instagram pictures up or are you also making it a physical like public breakup? Like how are you doing
Now,
it?
for me, this differs and depends because my public image is very important to me. And
Mhm.
if we have to do a proper rollout,
Not a rollout.
let's be respectful of both of our brands or both of our platforms, whatever. And I think we tell them together and then we go our separate ways.
And do
So
you
yeah,
start deleting? You start deleting from your grid?
well, as a social media manager, you never want to delete. You always want to archive. If it's too painful for you and you have to delete it, just delete it little by little. So I would maybe do like 3 posts a day until they were all
Wow,
gone.
that's a lot.
You have to take your
Post a
time.
day.
You have to take your time when branding and marketing. I got you. You have to break up or not. You have to take your time when you're getting rid of stuff because it can be marked as suspicious behavior. Then you'll lose your account altogether. Now you blaming your ex for something else that don't got nothing to do with them. So I would just
Mm-hmm.
say definitely want to follow some sort of marketing protocol and rollout when it comes to that type of thing, especially if you have a public
Image.
image.
What about
Okay.
you, Rachel? Because you've been one of those girlies who nobody knows who you're dating, and not that it's a bad thing, but I'm wondering what that would look like for you.
Okay, so just quick correction. People who are around me on a daily basis know who I'm
I'm
dating.
I'm talking
I
about
mean,
on the public
yes.
platform.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I've always respected, like, cared about. I'm not about to have you on and off. We're not doing that. I'm not about to have, oh, I'm pulling off images. No. If you ain't my man and I don't have a ring on this finger and we ride or die, you don't need to be on my page. It's my
Hmm.
page, like, period. Like, if you catch a story here and there, that's another thing. But I'm not putting you on my page unless
Okay.
it's real. Like,
Unless we see
I
the
put
wedding
someone
photos and
I
the
put someone on
engagement
my page
photos.
once, but you could not see his face. Because the photo was just too good and I still respect art.
All of
But
my
that was
exes
it.
are still on my Instagram. I don't delete or archive anything. So anyone I've
Yep.
ever dated is still on the feed. Go check it
Yep.
out. Follow us. You know.
Don't look
He's
back.
he's definitely still on there, but it was just one of those things, like, and I of course do subliminals and things like that, but like, if I ain't
Mm.
got a ring, then why are you on a permanent platform?
Okay,
Even if I
okay.
get married, I don't think, like, if I dated a guy, I wouldn't expect him to post me. I'm not pressed for that
Mm.
energy. I don't need that.
I hope I'm not dating a man who posts on social media, but
That part. I don't even want you to have a social media, but if you do, there's
Right.
no energy, like, for you. Like, I've always been suspicious, even when I'm dating a new man. If I go to your Instagram page and you post more than me, it can't work.
You're
It
saying a
can't.
lot of things that people can probably relate to or not.
It can't work. Like, for me, that's one of the flags I check for. If my friends are telling me about a dude, I'd be like, and she like, oh yeah, look at his Instagram. And I'm like, he got an Instagram? That's already a mark in my head. Now you posting and you, like, being intentional and posing it.
Let me see the
No,
poses real quick. Let me see the poses that you hate on.
no, don't pose. That's it. You're posing. You're posing. I don't like it. It's
it
too much.
really,
It means
I
you're
think
seeking something.
it definitely depends, but also I have seen it be quite suspicious. Men who are dating and are in a committed, loving relationship that don't post their girls at all is suspicious to me
And you
because
posting.
And you're
and you
posting.
posting and you not posting who you're dating. Oh baby, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
100%.
100%. Like,
100%.
are you an influencer? No.
What are we
Why?
doing? Yeah.
Is that your goal? No. Why? I can't. I can't. I can't do it. Can't
Okay.
do it.
I'm with you.
Can't do it.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, I have memorabilias. And every so often, maybe I may shed weight of them. Like, I may be like, okay, this one can go, or this one can
Good
go. Or
job.
sometimes it's just like certain things where I just want to keep it. It's not even that I'm keeping it because of them, but it's like when I'm 90 or something, great
Mm,
grandkids are going through, like, school cards and stuff like that. And, like, they see these random things. It's just funny to me. Like, that
Yeah.
I used to keep this or whatever, but it's not even about them. Like, I may not have even talked to them in 15 years and I may have something random that I'm looking at in my rear view right now.
yeah. I think if it's useful, like I still have some items from some exes that are functional pieces in my home that make sense.
Right.
Now, if it break, I don't treat them with a special amount of care because I'm like you don't have to use a coaster on that table because I don't care about it like that. But it's still a functional table in my space.
Right. Right.
Mm.
So, use it. Use it while you can, but if it brings up something for you, for the listener, like let it go. It's okay. You won't forget them if you get rid of the item.
Sorry, what, I mean, you're married, but what is your take on this red flag Instagram situation and just the response to this topic?
Just going back to like the understanding a little bit more of the guy's memory box, I wouldn't be as harsh as I was minute 3-5 in the episode. Now I understand what, like, I see. Okay, it's not as alarming because
Mm-hmm.
maybe also too going back to what Yasmin said. With Rachel, you specifically bring an energy that allows people to feel comfortable to share. So maybe I don't know what happened that day with you and this person, but my assumption is that you guys was probably having a good time and he felt led to share this with you. I've not had that experience with somebody wanting to do that, but he saw your energy, you matched it, and y'all were good. So it's not like he did anything that was crazy. So I see you and I feel you. Would I do it? Probably not, because my relationship and dating experience is very slim. And I was talking to the girls in Jamaica the other day about like just not experience having that same experience as them in a dating world, where I feel like my level of I use the word maturity, but and I'm gonna use it again. My level of maturity, as far as like self development of what I would do in these situations, is not there. So I'm high school Shari, like, nah, I'm not doing that, because I'm thinking of the place where I left my singlehood. You know?
But I don't think that means you're teenager, high school. Like, what would you do
No,
right
no,
now
that's
if
that's
Dane?
what I was saying. Like before, it's the wrong word to use, because that's
Oh,
yeah. We had the
so
conversation. It was like not
wait,
the right
no,
word.
I don't get it yet. You're telling me if Dane brought out a box, your husband,
Yeah.
that he, how is, like, you have a real example? How is that going in the household?
The memory box, and he's like
Yeah.
unpacking and sharing it with
He's
me.
like, babe, over the last 15 years, I've been meaning
That's the
to.
problem because it's been 15 years.
That is the
But this
major
is the
problem.
scenario. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Why are you keeping this? And also, he's very similar to me. It's like we met each other at the same point in our lives. So for you to hold on to that for 15 years,
Thank
I'm
you.
like,
Thank you.
why?
And for me, it don't matter the length of time. 15 years, 15 minutes. She got to go or I got to go. One of us.
To be fair, I did go. It
Mm.
had to do with the box. Um, it had to do with the box, but didn't, and that's another conversation in all in itself. But I did go because I was like, sis waited how long to get a ring that's in a box on a sheet of paper and
Hello.
didn't
Yeah,
get it?
exactly,
It's not
exactly.
even printed out yet. You still
I
got
said,
pictures. This is still a
see you
vision for
later.
you. I
I gotta
can't.
go because I'd rather
Mm-mm.
be single before I deal with some to just be with
But it's a
just
it's a good topic, though, because people legit be holding on to things, and their partner will feel away, and the other person who's holding on to it, they're really attached to it. Like you were saying, Yasmin, like you're putting so much feelings to this thing that you can still store in your head. Why do you need this
Mm-mm.
physical reminder? And I think sometimes the conversation or the argument can go, whereas the partner's like, I want you to get rid of that. And it's like, why? Are you jealous? You
Mm-hmm.
don't trust me? And it's like,
No,
no, it's not that. I just want you
not
to get
that at
rid of
all.
it.
I
There
will
could
Don't.
be an argument on two different sides, because it's like, why is this a threat to you? Why do you want me to get rid of it?
I will say that just thinking about being a person who carries some of these things, I will say that if I was to be married and was to be entering a space where my husband and I shared, that I would be like, this is trash. Like, get rid of
A
this. Like, I'm
hundred
not
percent.
entering and starting a new thing
Mm-hmm.
in life with someone with this stuff.
A
Like,
100%.
I'm not doing that.
Right,
Yeah.
Right
right.
now, I don't live alone, but I don't live with a man. I don't live with my man. And so I have my space and they have their space. And
Mm-hmm.
Right.
that was the situation then. And so it makes sense because at the end of the day, they're like, this is my life memory box. And like, you may or may not stay,
What would
to
you
be
do if
fair.
you're getting into a committed relationship similar to the like memorabilia and stuff and they asked you to stop being friends with your exes? What would you do then?
Oh yeah, Rachel, because you did mention you are friends with most of your exes. So now you're in a serious relationship, and your
Committed.
partner is,
You're moving in, like you said, you're moving in. They can't keep the old stuff from the exes, but they have asked you if they got to get rid of their stuff, you have to get rid of your friends that are exes. What would you do? Or how would you handle it?
I think I would say that, like, I'm not going to call them and be like, hey, I can't be friends with you anymore. But I would not do that. But will I limit? I would say, okay, I will be intentional about not
You
keeping.
have to block and delete them on all social media and you have to erase their numbers out of your phone.
wow,
That's the ultimatum.
this must be hard. I don't think it's, and it goes, I don't know even how to bring this up, Rachel, because you and I talked about it's not necessarily about the action of what they're telling you to do, because you can do it. You see why it's important, but it's like, because they're telling you to do it, that's kind of what's stopping you from like agreeing for you to do
Because
it.
when somebody's like, I'm not going to call them up, and I need to see a gesture that signifies that you are done with this thing. So
Okay.
you're throwing away the items. What are you doing to
This
get rid
is
of
what
your
you would
friends that are
need
exes?
as a person. You
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need she
I need,
needs the
I
physical
need,
gesture. She does
I need a grand
more than
gesture.
your word.
Because you saying like, okay, I won't be friends with them. Cool. What does that look like? Because
it
what would
looks
be
like I'm
different?
not gonna answer their calls anymore, or I'm gonna if like because to be fair, these exes, it's not like every week we on the phone. Like it may be 6 months, and it's like just random things, just
Yeah,
random, not random inappropriate at all, but it's just like
for
hey,
sure.
or it's very harmless to me,
To you.
harmless to me, it's harmless.
So,
But
have you ever
but
been
to
in a
answer your question,
situation? Okay, go ahead.
I think that like if it's really my man and my man, you
My
out
man, my
there,
man, my man.
you know I'm waiting on you. I would probably do it. I don't think that it would stop my this person from reaching me. I would do it though, but I don't think it would
Good.
stop them.
I think that's healthy.
I think okay. So, have you
You
ever?
think that's healthy? That someone's telling me what to do and I'm listening to them.
No,
Got it.
I think it's healthy that when you're entering in a commitment that you're willing to compromise. That's what I heard you say is that if
That's more than a
my
compromise. That you want an action and you have to see it. If I'm telling you I'm done, I'm
meaning
not going to talk to them
I
anymore, and
mean
that's how you feel. Why I got to delete, remove, throw away? That's a
but
lot.
yes, but to answer my questions excluding the logistics of it, it is that if your partner asks you to do something, you will oblige. And I think that's
I
healthy.
would 100%.
I think that's
Well,
healthy.
have you ever been in a situation where you were actively dating somebody and then your ex calls? Do you pick up the phone? Has that ever happened to you? You are
Who's
in
this?
a relationship. You, Rachel. You, gal.
Rachel's on the hot seat, guys. Rachel's on
Rachel
the
is
hot
Well,
in
seat.
the
I
hot.
have been
well,
I
in
we
no,
know
many.
I don't have
no,
none of my ex's
but I'm
numbers,
just
so
wondering, like, what feelings kind of occurred? Like, you're in this relationship with somebody, you're with
Nothing.
them, and you answer the phone.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nothing, because they are no more than what they are.
No,
And
I
for
feel you.
me, to me, if they're calling, because we're not mad at each other. We didn't leave on bad terms. They could just be. It could be anything. In my head, it's never. Oh my God, he's calling me to have me back. No, we're
Right,
done.
right.
It's
But
clean.
I
It's
think that's
clean.
that's
It's
confident to
respectful.
say because I feel like some girls or people may say, like we're cool, I don't care, but then once their partner's in the room with them, they're sneaking and
A
hiding.
different energy.
So
No,
it's
it'll be
like, why
like
are you sneaking and hiding? That means you internally are still not comfortable with the fact that you're friends with your ex because you haven't been open with the partner that you're with right now, and you're still
mhm.
hiding it. And I think that's where it becomes very sticky because people are not honest with themselves, and
No.
they don't want to share with their current partner.
Most of my partners have known that I'm still friends with them. Maybe I would say one probably never cared. Like he would probably roll his eyes listening to this because he knows I'm talking about him. But yeah, I would pick up like almost like anyone's calling me. Like y'all are calling me, my sister's calling me. It'd be nothing. Like,
Hmm.
hello? Hey, what's up? Kind of thing. Like, you okay? Cool. All right, well, I'm with my man right now. So I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
my man, my
Yeah,
man, my
Nothing.
man.
No,
yeah,
literally nothing.
that's
Love
good.
Yeah.
that for you.
Yeah. How are we on time?
We gotta
We
wrap
have
this
like,
thing up.
yeah, it's
We're
time.
good? Okay, sweet. I can't see it.
We're at 39.
Beautiful. Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 second.
Honey,
Well, it's we love you. Follow us on all platforms. It's great.
Don't cancel us, but we love everybody who has sent us comments and videos, and
yes,
thank
thank
you
you
It's
so
been so
to
much.
beautiful.
listening to us. That feels so good.
We're glad you like it as much as we love doing it because we love doing this.
And we love
Yes.
listening to ourselves. We listen to our
Oh,
own podcast.
yes. That's a definite.
100%.
It's real love out here.
Okay.
Thank you. Follow us on all platforms. Don't cancel us. Cast. Spotify,
Bye.
Patreon, YouTube,
YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram.
Baby, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
And TikTok. I'm gonna
So,
carry us to TikTok. If
so
Ooh,
by the time we get here, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I just
okay.
I want it too. So I'm there with you.
Okay,
Somebody
cool.
hit end. End. Now,
End it now.